am a blue man performer on the North American tour. I'm a freelance blue man, which means that whenever somebody is injured or on vacation, I get to come and hang out with everybody and have good times. I went to school with Pete Simpson, who is another blue man in New York, and he called me while we were still in school, and he was already working for the show, and he told me that if I learned how to play the drums, that I might be able to get the job. And so he taught me the drum parts over the phone while I was still in school. He taught me trombone and some of the paint drumming patterns, like the patterns that they would use in the audition. So I worked super hard, and the audition process was so long. I don't know if it's that long anymore, but it was like 3.5 months of like learning big chunks of the show, having to get bald and blue, and then do them for like Chris, Matt, and Phil, and all the performer directors. And then the training process was like 2 months after that. So it was like a really long time. I mean, it's been ever since I can remember. The first thing that I really remember doing was like 4th grade. I remember, I think I told you this story. Yeah, the heater smells weird. This hotel is jacked. At my school, they were doing this play, and the teacher was like making us audition for the part of the narrator, who was an old man. He was called Old Joe, and he was like a miner. He was like an old prospector character. And so all these kids were reading for the part, and none of them were acting like an old man, and I didn't understand why they weren't acting like an old man. So I acted like an old man, and I got the part. And from then, and it was just like everything that I did after that was like theater all the time, my whole life. Every summer, every year, every opportunity I could, I was doing theater. And I went to college and grad school for it too. Yeah, studying clown was really intense. The teacher that I studied with, Sue Morrison, still teaches in Toronto. It's a combination of European and Native American clown traditions. The thing that I took away from it the most, that I use with Blue Man, that I use with live performing, I use with everything, is that what the audience really gets off on when watching you perform is watching you have a real experience. If what's happening for you on stage is totally real for you, if you really put yourself there and really go through it, give yourself over to the experience, the audience is going to get off too. Because me having the experience on stage, I totally get off. Like when I, in Blue Man shows, pretend that I'm undead samurai. And if I totally give over to it and let it be totally real for me, whether the audience is aware of it or not, I think when they see performers having a real experience, their experience as an audience member is enriched, is deepened. I came up with this last time I was out. I like to think of Blue Men, and this is like performers and their relationship with the Blue Man character, as cat, dog, warrior, or wizard, and I've also added monkey, because I think that monkey is an important part of this. There's cat, dog, warrior, wizard, and monkey. Think about all the Blue Men that you know, and imagine, are they cat, dog, warrior, wizard, or any combination of 2 or 3 of those? Like, I'm mainly just dog. Randall Janes is a wizard. Chris Bowen is a wizard. He's like a dog wizard. Michael Dolan is a wizard. Pete Simpson is a wizard. He's like a monkey wizard. Bryce Somerville is a cat wizard. Tom Galassi, cat wizard. Eric Jabot, he's like a monkey warrior. Yeah, that's my new game for categorizing Blue Men. It evolves too, because you see people transcend stuff. Like Jason McClin is a mole. And, there's certain people who are different, who break out as they evolve as Blue Man performers and start to really own the character. They break out of this like kind of archetype and build their own archetype. Jason McClin is a cowboy mole. That is what he is. Yes, absolutely. And my favorite thing is that when you're about to throw the ball for him and he's in that space where he's sure that you're going to throw it at some point, and he's like so intent on everything you're doing that he just doesn't want to miss anything, And he's like, my clown teacher used to call it Ilan. It's in that space. She called it the space between panic and possibility, where like you're frozen, not sure at all what to do, but something's about to happen, and it's going to be like either really awful or really amazing, and you're just trying to be ready for either one. My dog does that all the time, and that's the inspiration that I draw from him. I don't want to waste time.